Hi everyone, my name is Mason Kroll and I was in the Summer Work Outreach Project in 2017. Today's video is a part of a series of employment videos that are meant to help educate local youth in the area about different jobs. Today I will be talking with Tani Zahn about careers at Lake Country Power. Due to COVID-19 concerns, we had to hold this interview remotely. So welcome Tammy, thanks for taking the time to meet with me today.
Yeah, you're welcome. Good to see you and nice to meet you, Mason.
So, Tammy, can you begin by telling us a little bit about Lake Country Power and what it does for northern Minnesota?
Yep, I sure can. So Lake Country Power is an electric cooperative. Um, Back in 1997, January 1st, actually, 1997, the co-op went through a consolidation of three former cooperatives. And those former co-ops date back 80 years. So we've got quite a bit of history, serving northeastern Minnesota in terms of, the three prior co-ops, and then in 97 becoming Lake Country Power. We're an electric cooperative, which means we are owned by the members, the consumers that we serve. And we serve electricity. And then other energy services. Some people watching this, they might have off-peak heating in their home or dual fuel or whatever heating or cooling program. So we sell those energy services as well. And we've got 134 employees that take care of 43,000 co-op members. And our service area is quite large, 11,000 square miles of service area. We could fit three of the smaller East Coast states in our service area. So quite large. We have directors, 9 board of directors, and they are Lake Country Power members as well. And they're elected by the people in their district. So, and as an electric cooperative, we're very much different than other types of utilities, municipalities, Minnesota Power, which is an investor-owned utility. So someday when you start investing in the stock market, buying mutual funds, bonds, stocks, and so forth, you can actually buy some shares with Minnesota Power. Well, Lake Country Power is different because we are not for profit. We are nonprofit. And so any extra revenue at the end of the year actually goes back to our membership, those we serve, not people who, let's say, live in New York City, that might have some shares with investor-owned utility, but we have, it's called capital credits. And so in December this year, we're actually putting a credit on our members' bills, and the total credit or capital credits that we're retiring this year is $3.9 million. So, and we do a lot for the communities as well. Operation Roundup, we have a lot of scholarships for students, going on to higher education. And yeah, so co-ops are very much community driven because we were formed by the community. People living in the countryside, in the rural areas, they wanted power. And it was the investor-owned utilities who said no, they didn't want to extend lines out to somewhere, in the boondocks where there's not a lot of people living because it wasn't profitable. So that's how electric co-ops were started, by the people, for the people. So we have a pretty neat history.
So, what type of careers are available at Lake Country Power?
Yes, so we have a wide variety of careers at Lake Country Power. Most oftentimes people think of linemen or line workers. Women are beginning to to go into that field as well. You can see in the background, there's a gentleman up in a bucket and he's working on the power lines. So that's oftentimes a very visible employee, but we also have other types of employees such as electrical engineers. So if you really like math, and you're strong at that, you can become an engineer with your focus in the electrical field. We have line stakers, and they design the electrical lines to ensure that the lines can handle the load safely and efficiently. Another career is consumer account representatives, and they assist members with their billing member service needs, such as new water heaters, air source heat pumps, and other heating programs. And they answer the phones when our members call. They are often some of the first employees that a new member will ever meet at the co-op. When they establish a new service, move into the, into the countryside, and we serve them. And then we also have accounting. We have public relations and communications and marketing, which is what I do. Human resources, meter technicians, dispatchers. Dispatchers are the people that, if there's a power outage, they tell the linemen where to go for that power outage. And then we have IT, so information technology. We also have key account representatives and member service technicians. So quite a wide range.
So, with all these jobs, what kind of education and training are required for them?
Yeah, so starting with the linemen, the line workers, they have to attend an accredited line worker school. Wadena, Minnesota has a school. Also Baudette, way up north has a school, and I think there's a couple others in the state of Minnesota as well. And so once they finish school, then they have to complete a 4-year on-the-job apprenticeship program, and that to become a certified journeyman. So there's some work that they have to do to get to that journeyman status. And then for electrical engineers, they need to have a 4-year degree from an accredited college with a major in electrical engineering with power emphasis. Line stakers, oftentimes they have an engineering degree, or I should say engineering technician degree, or sometimes they just need to complete line worker school. And line worker school usually is about a 9-month program. It can go up to 2 years. It just depends on how long the student wants to be in school for that. And then consumer account representatives, those are entry-level positions. But we do look for people who have experience in banking and member service if they're going to be a consumer account rep, or who have at least a 2-year post-secondary degree. Like maybe they've got their AAS in accounting, for example. And a job like mine, communications, marketing, public relations, I went to the University of North Dakota for that, so that I have a 4-year degree. So.
And with all these different careers that you've mentioned, they also require universal skills. What are some of the ones that you would look for when you were to be hiring someone for that position?
Yep. Well, we have 6 core employee values at Lake Country Power. And so during the hiring process, or I should say the interview process, we're looking for people who have demonstrated skills that exemplify integrity, respect, innovation, communication, teamwork, and safety and quality. And safety is really a top priority at our co-op. We have a strong safety culture and a strong training program too at Lake Country Power. So
do you have any advice for anyone who would be my age who might be interested in a career at Lake Country Power someday?
yep, I sure do. So once we get through the COVID-19 pandemic, we're going to be offering some job shadow opportunities where students can make arrangements to spend the day or just maybe even just a few hours job shadowing employees who have the jobs that they're interested in. But beyond that, I would also encourage young people to learn about electric cooperatives. The co-ops are not taught in school. Once, in high school, I don't think that's a curriculum that most teachers cover. So, but it's good to know the cooperative story, what makes us unique and different. And so, just do online research, really. Visit our website, it's lakecountrypower.coop, C-O-O-P. You can also visit the National Rural Electric Association website. That's the national arm of electric co-ops nationwide. And that website is electric.coop. And then you can also visit cooperative.com. And then another thing I would say is another tip for you guys listening to this is when you're in 10th or 11th grade or even 9th grade, start looking at colleges or technical colleges that offer degrees in some or all of the jobs that I've mentioned. Whatever your passion is, pursue your passion in life. And if it's, I can tell you that working for an electric cooperative is really a rewarding experience. I love the culture that we have. It's really a family network. But so schedule a visit at one of these schools and talk with a school counselor, you know. Maybe they would even allow you to visit a classroom session, you know, just a thought. So if any of you are interested in being a line worker, call up Wadena, call up Baudette. Baudette's not that far from here, and see if they'd allow you to sit in on a class, you know. So, and then if you have other questions, I mean, you can certainly always call me or our Human Resources Department.
And for my last question, can you tell me what it is that you enjoy about your job the most, Tammy?
Yep. So for me, I really enjoy the people that I work with at Lake Country Power. That's I'm a people person, and I enjoy the friendships that I've made, you know, with colleagues here in Minnesota, at other cooperatives, and across the United States as well. I know quite a few people in my industry and other industries as well, but with the electric co-ops, and so really it becomes a family, an extended family, and I really appreciate that. Some of my dearest friends are at Lake Country Power. But when it comes to my actual job and the work that I do, I really enjoy the variety. There's a lot of variety in the communication, PR, and marketing, graphic design industry. And so I love that field a lot. You know, one day you might go to work. I might go to work one day thinking, okay, I've got to finish the newsletter. We're on, you know, deadline. But then the weather hits. Okay, so we might have a severe thunderstorm that rolls through, knocking power out to thousands of people. Well, at that point, everything else kind of gets pushed off to the side. You know, your deadlines are still there, of course, but right now that what needs to take center stage is your media relations, gathering the information. Why did the outage happen? How many people are out? How much time is it going to take before we get people back on? And just asking all of those questions, write the press release, send it out to your media contacts, and just keep them updated, you know. And if they want to follow the guys around in the field or something, oftentimes, you know, if that happens, I will accompany them, so that just so there's a communication person present in the field. So, you know, there can be days like that. You just don't know when you go to work, you know. You might have to shuffle some projects around. But I'm always tapping into my creative side, and I really like that. I love coordinating our annual meetings every year, interacting with members at, you know, different member meetings. We've taken people on bus tours before to go see the power plants and whatnot. That's always been a highlight for me. And I love working with our linemen. We've got this hot stick program that we bring to the classrooms, to the third graders, and each spring it's a new program. And so I love doing that because I like working with the guys and interacting with them. Gosh, there's just so much more too, but everything that I do it's rewarding, it's satisfying. I've been here 22 years. I started right out of college from UND, and I've never second guessed my decision. And once you're with a co-op, you're with the co-op for many years. So,
Well, Tammy, thanks for taking the time to talk with me today.
you're welcome. I hope it was interesting and helpful.
And thanks to everyone for watching this video. Check out the SWOP YouTube channel for more SWOP interview jobs exploring local careers. There are links at the end of this video to find out more about careers at Lake Country Power. I'll see you at the next SWOP Jobs video.